Okay, so the next topic that we will discuss is character data types, which basically words, text, or strings if you are familiar with some programming logic, or a set number of characters. Now, there are three types. The first one is the most common one, which we'll use, which is either character varying, and here you will specify the maximum limit of that string, of that set of characters, or varchar is basically the same. This is just a shortcut. And the next one is character simple or char, and this has a fixed length, and we will see the difference between the first one and the second one. And the third one, which is basically text, you can have a variable with unlimited length. Let's think about it. Let's have you building an application with news content, and you have an articles, and articles do have a description. You can have a very big string, a very big text, and you can store it as text. Now let me go to Postgres and type query tool, and let's discuss the first one, the most common one. Let me type here hello world and type varchar, and you can see here Postgres automatically recognize this and put it as a type of character varying and the name hello world. And I didn't specify the maximum limit, and when you don't specify the maximum limit, it's basically unlimited. And there is no significant difference between this one and this one and this one in terms of performance or stuff like that, so don't think about it. And for example, if I put here 2, you will see what will happen. Postgres has only put the first 2 letters, because when I put here 2, it means the maximum length of this string should be, of this word, should be only 2 letters. And if I put here age, it will work with just age. And you can see here it's only 1 letter. Now, this is basically varchar. You can either specify, now you will probably specify, let's say, something like this when you will assign it to a column, which is basically why would you do this? To basically, let's try to prevent, for inserting very big words. But depends on your use case, depends on your application. You can either leave it blank, and this will be an unlimited length, just like text. So this between this is the same, no difference whatsoever. Now let's talk about this. What means fixed length? So for example, let me put here character, and as you can see here, I have only the first letter. Why is this? Because Postgres automatically, because I didn't specify here a fixed number of a number that represents a fixed length, Postgres by default added for me 1. And what basically this, the text that is being put in this data type should have only 1 letter. Now what will happen if I put here 15? You will think that, hey, it just put it the whole word, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but it hasn't put 11, it has put 15. And if I double click here, you will see here I have these spaces, because Postgres has added for me blank spaces, something like this, because character means, and when you put here the value, means that every word that you will put in the specific column should have this fixed number of letters. Now you will use this when you have your use case, you have to limit, to constrain that column to have only this fixed number of letters. But usually you will use this or this for your everyday application.